snow chance, we'll call it a winter storm chance, for a good portion of the U.S. over the next 24, 48 hours here. Now, before we get started on the forecast, make sure that you sign up for the Raising Hail Tour. Raising-hail-tour.com is where you need to go to get your tickets for this event. We still have 4 different cities that we're going to visit here: Chicago, Denver, Omaha, and Orlando. Now, if you want to save $10 on your ticket, it goes from $25 to $15. A great deal here for free lunch, a t-shirt, and Derek's Hail Forecast, 2025 Hail Forecast. It's a great forecast to get you kick-started on this severe weather season. Head over to raising-hail-tour.com. Use our code RHTTaylor10 to save $10 off. Now, yesterday, storm reports, nothing across the U.S. Really quiet across the U.S. yesterday. Your departure from normal. So I like this graph because it shows you where the really warm areas of the country are and the cooler areas of the country. And anything below average this time of the year is cold. So we are cold anywhere from Oklahoma City down to Texas, up to the north, also feeling those below average temperatures. That cold air, it's sinking to the south. So we are still continuing to see the temperatures drop over the next 24 hours. We will see those temperatures below freezing for a good portion of the U.S., which means any of this moisture turning into winter-like weather. So let's talk about it. We have a stream of moisture anywhere from Oklahoma down to Texas, all the way through the south and east. Right now, what that is, it's just some light rain across the south and east. We've got some snow up to the north and east. We've also got snow up to the northern plains, but we're pretty dry out to the west. Okay, there's that cold air. You see that cold front right here? There's that cold air that's going to dip down into the south, bringing us a blast of just frigid temperatures. I mean, check this out. In Billings right now, behind the cold front, we are at 6 degrees, single digits there. Minneapolis at 13, down to the 30s, so not quite at that freezing point, but we're close in places like Kansas City and Oklahoma City. Now, as you go farther to the south, you drastically get warmer, back into the 60s and 70s. Taking you up to the north now, I'm going to go over some of these current alerts. So most of these are winter weather related. An extreme cold warning highlighted here in blue. A winter weather advisory for that snow that I mentioned in the northern plains, highlighted in purple. And a winter storm watch. So what we're watching for here, anywhere from Kansas, I'm actually going to go back to this. I'm going to go back to possibly, aha, there we go. Okay, so anywhere from Kansas all the way out to northern Missouri, we have a winter storm watch. And what we're watching for here are several inches of snow and maybe even a little bit of ice in this area. So we're watching for that potential ice accumulation Tuesday into Wednesday, and that's going to cause some really bad traffic issues across the road. And that's with what you'll learn in just a few minutes, round number 2 of this winter weather. Now, out to the east, you can see we still have a winter storm watch highlighted there in blue, winter weather advisory highlighted in pink. Actually, I take that back. I think this is a winter storm warning highlighted in pink, and a winter weather advisory highlighted there in purple. So a little bit of everything in terms of winter weather here. What you see now, I think, will be expanded over the next few days. We're going to continue to see these winter weather alerts as we get closer and closer to each round of storm system that comes through. Also, a fire weather outlook in the elevated and critical category in the far southern portion of New Mexico and the far western portion of Texas here, not only today but also for tomorrow and on Wednesday. So we're not getting rid of those very dry conditions and high winds out in Texas and New Mexico. We're not getting rid of that anytime soon. Unfortunately, that's going to last at least through the very beginning of this work week. All right, let's get into it. I mentioned 3 different rounds of winter weather here. So let's start with that first round. You can see it's snowing right now, anywhere from Nebraska all the way up to South Dakota, over to Iowa, and into the northern portion of Missouri here. This is going to bring a few inches of snow to this area. We're also watching for snow in that other area that I mentioned for the Tennessee Valley and into the East Coast here. So this is going to be a mix. It's really messy. It comes with a line of rain. Go up to the north, maybe some freezing rain, just a wintry mix, and then go farther up to the north and you've got your snow. So this is later on this evening and into tomorrow morning. That is such a mess. So that's why you really need to know what's going on out your door right now, what's going on out your door in 12 hours, because it could be anything. It could be rain, it could be freezing rain, it could be sleet, it could be snow. Where are the areas that are most likely to get a good amount of snow? 2 inches or higher. Northern Kansas. This is over the next 72 hours, so not just this first round, but the second round as well. What about 4 inches? Do we have 4 inches anywhere? Northern Missouri, into Illinois, Chicago. So if you're going to our Chicago Raising Hail Tour, you could probably have some snow with this as well. A lower chance, our chances go down once we get into the 6-inch category. 12 inches, a foot of snow or higher, pretty low. We're seeing less than a 20% chance for 12 inches of or higher of snowfall totals over the next 72 hours here. But it's possible, right? It's possible. I bet we'll see closer to that 4 to 6 inch mark for some of us. All right, there you go. I told you this was a mess. We've got rain in Tennessee. You go up into Kentucky and into southern Missouri, you've got some snow. You go farther up to the north, you've got some really, really good snowfall totals in this corridor right here. This goes all the way out into the East Coast. Now, as I mentioned, we have 3 rounds of snow here. Here's round 1. Look back to the west. Here's round 2. Now, if you're in Oklahoma, I know we have a lot of viewers in Oklahoma. Here's your round, round 2. This starts Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. It's early Wednesday morning. Road conditions start to go down fast. We have that mix. Once again, it's a mess. You go from rain to freezing rain up to the north to snow as you get farther into Kansas. So this is into early Wednesday morning, and I'm going to restart the radar here so that we can really get into this. Early Wednesday morning. Now it's your morning commute, 7 a.m., it's your morning commute, it's raining. You've got freezing rain across central to northeastern Oklahoma. You've got that freezing rain into snow across Kansas, and then snow all the way across Nebraska into Iowa, into northern Missouri. Missouri, very similar to Oklahoma, where the state is split in half between rain and winter weather. So if you're sitting right in the middle here, we're talking Springfield, St. Louis, you're going to be right on the edge of wet roads or icy roads. Now, there's a big difference. You don't want to be out on icy roads at all. Let's take a look at your snowfall totals. Your snowfall totals look a little bit more promising down in the Virginias for this first round. There's the second round, much more promising as we get up into Kansas and into Missouri. St. Louis may be getting a few inches of snow there. What about the ice? Models are not doing a very good job of picking up ice here in Oklahoma. What that tells me is that it may not come down as freezing rain, but it could once again freeze onto the road as ice. Okay, does that make sense? So you could see that rainfall and then the road temperatures are cool enough. Maybe we'll get some ice in here. It's a toss-up, okay? Models aren't doing a great job handling this. Where are we seeing models put the ice at? Northern Arkansas, southern Missouri, and then out to the Virginias once again. This second round of snow will take a turn up to the north going into the Midwest. So we've got a really good corridor of ice falling anywhere from south of St. Louis. Remember St. Louis, I said you were right on the line, all the way up to the Midwest. Now, if this winter weather was not enough, we also have a chance for strong to severe storms. When is this? This will be on Wednesday. Wednesday afternoon, you'll get rain in the morning. You'll get storms isolated in the afternoon. The biggest risks here will be that wind and a tornado risk, a very low risk for hail. Now we look back out to the west. We go from round 2, which I told you is going to take a sharp turn to the north, hitting the Midwest, and then off to the northeast. Look back out to the west. Ready for round 3? There's round 3, sitting out at the west. And I think this is going to take more of a northern track, north of Kansas here, mainly impacting most of our northern states. That's round 3. That's Friday into Saturday. Are you guys confused? I mean, it's just snow after snow after snow. We're trying to be as clear as possible for you here, but there's a lot going on in this forecast. So let's break it down for you. Here's what we did here. We took our snow and we took our ice accumulations. We put it all into one map. So we're going to break it down for you. First round, mainly anywhere from the Tennessee Valley out to the east. Some light snow accumulation for your northern plains. That's round number 1. I do think round number 2, here we go, round number 2 is going to be more impactful. I think that we're going to see some really good snow accumulations here, more impactful for the plains and the Midwest. So some snow accumulations across Kansas into Missouri, and then that ice anywhere from southern Missouri all the way up the Midwest here. This is going to be a really, really tricky zone to drive in. That's round 2. Let's take it back to the west for round 3. That will come in late this week and into early this weekend. 3 different rounds here. What about the storms? 2 different rounds. One on Wednesday, down to the southeast. It's a level 1 risk. The timing here will be rain in the morning, storms more isolated in the afternoon. That hail risk, very low. However, I think the main risk here will be that tornado and wind risk. While I do have it in the low category right now, we are expecting this to be the primary risk, tornado and wind. So that's something that we're going to be keeping our eye on. That category could go up to the medium level risk there. Okay, Saturday, that's your second round for severe storms. It's a level risk, but only for now. We are still several days out from this event, and we're going to get a lot more information on what's going to happen on Saturday over the next few days. It's still only Monday, remember. So I do think that this level 1 risk could go up as we get closer to Saturday. Make sure that you are watching your forecasts just over and over and over every single day, because a lot could change. Model run by model run, a lot could change just every single forecast that you see. So you want to make sure that you're well informed. Alrighty, taking a look at future temperatures. It's cold out there. It's not just a big coat day up to the north. No, this is an I hope your heater works day. These are dangerously cold temperatures. 12 degrees below 0 up in Minneapolis, 21 degrees below 0 in Billings. We get down to below freezing closer to Oklahoma and Kansas. So it's not just a big coat day today, but also through the end of the work week. I mean, take a look at Thursday and Friday. We are still down into the teens, 20s, and 30s through most of the U.S. Now taking a look at that extended forecast, we're not getting out of this cold anytime soon. Even from February 15th through the 19th, it looks like those temperatures are likely to stay below average for this time of the year. And then your rain chances, which this time of the year it could be snow, your snow chances, your rain chances, any sort of wet weather, above average for this time of the year. So we are watching for this active pattern to continue as we head into the middle of February. All right, thanks for joining us today. As always, make sure that you signed up for the Raising Hail Tour. We are coming to Chicago in 2 days, February 12th, Denver, Omaha, and Orlando after that. If you would like to save $10 on your $25 ticket, making that $15, that's a steal. You get free lunch, a free t-shirt, and some great information with some great networking for $15. Use our code RHTTAYLOR10. That's RHT, stands for Raising Hail Tour, Taylor 10. That's your coupon to get $10 off of that $25 ticket. And hey, come find us, see us at the Raising Hail Tour, say hello, but also tag us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Follow us from wherever you're watching this today, and give us a call if you're interested in a hail, wind, or tornado map. Give us a call at 855-334-4245 or email us at info@hailtrace.com. These numbers, this info is how you can get set up with a wind, hail, or tornado map. We'll be mapping it on both Wednesday and Sunday. We have a meteorologist 24/7 watching the storms here at Hail Trace, so we'll make sure that those storms get mapped for you. And as always, join us for the forecast tomorrow, same time, same place.